Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently still working on filling in the borders of our empire, but that is well underway. Of course we have raiders over here, or pirates more specifically, and we need to think about our trade network at some point soon. We do have a starbase actually that we can put in here, and thinking about this, I feel like a starbase in Tadasca would be really quite good. I mean, there is Dupre over here that might need its own starbase, but let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this would be 5, 5, 6, 7. So Tadasca would actually be able to grab all of this trade power. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, just 4. So it can come down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to the black hole. It would be able to grab quite a lot over this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It wouldn't quite be able to grab Strom, but that's okay. We don't need to grab Strom. It would be able to grab Shukon. It would not be able to grab Eludra, but I don't think that we would have a problem with that. We would need one in Dupre, and we would need to have some patrol fleets, at least for now. But I feel like that's a pretty good option. Let's go ahead and upgrade into Tadasca. And we're going to need patrol fleets, but we are over our naval cap, so we'll hold off on the patrol fleets for right now, and we'll just crush the pirate fleets like this. It's not going to be great for our trade income, but our trade income is going to be non-optimal for a while anyway. So let's go ahead and get working on that, bump this up to fast speed, and we're going to deal with these pirates. No problem whatsoever. The pirates are going to get crushed. We have a new ruler, that's okay. I honestly don't care about their mandate. Yeah, it would net us some unity, but not very much, in all honesty. Okay. The Umbalite Sufite has destroyed a pirate station in the Nivogi Black Hole system and recovered its strong room module. Aside from various stolen resources, the module also contained an ancient datapad with partial schematics of what appears to be a subspace gateway. There are no records of where the pirates obtained this mysterious datapad, but it has furthered our understanding of how the Galactic Gateway Network functions. So that's an L-Gate insight. I didn't actually expect to get one from that, but okay, cool. We're going to send these guys back to Haven Sky. And we are, of course, repairing our automated shipyard over here, and then we'll build our mining station over the Nivogi Black Hole. Sounds great. We are negative on our energy credits right now, and I didn't exactly expect to be at this moment, but we'll see. Okay, they've claimed a system. Sure. We're not too upset about that right now. They're just spamming those claims. Sounds good. Despite the promise of riches suggested in the ancient Gruner data crystals recovered from Hadnock, Gliderum 3 is a dry, barren world void of atmosphere. Fortunately, geological scans have revealed a near-endless trove of fossilized remains deep in the planet's sedimentary record. Among them is a plantoid species most likely to have been the Baol, as it is the only one identified in possession of the neurological structures required for sapience. A targeted excavation should uncover more information, so we have an archaeological site over here. Cool. Let's go ahead and excavate that. Deep in the geological record of Gliderum 3, a trove of promising fossils. This is just the same thing, isn't it? This paragraph anyway. If these long-dead creatures were indeed the Baol, studying their remains may yield insights into what transformed their once lush planet into an airless, barren world.
Establishing a new colonial outpost.
Indeed. Where was that just established at? I'm not sure. Oh, here. We haven't actually colonized it yet. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I just want to double check that all of these have a gene clinic. And indeed they do. Sounds good. The population of Hiamet Prime are currently witnessing a spectacular sight. A comet is passing through Hiamet Prime's asteroid belt, and the effect is being described as breathtaking. Okay, cool. 5 years, 10% happiness. Not bad. So, our starbases are not too relevant right now, except for Tadasca. The Periplus is not currently doing anything, and I feel like it was intended to come out here. Oh, that's right, we lost a scientist. That would do the trick! So, let's see, anomaly research speed is, I guess, okay. And we'll just survey over this direction. Like so. Sounds good. So our construction ships are all currently busy. We are banking up a little bit of influence right now, and that will be necessary. We're building mining stations over here in Dressel. Sounds good.
Intellectual booty.
Excellent. Society research from researchers. We could go for food processing centers. We are currently, like, even on food, and that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Once again, a success in terraforming, a special success. We're having really good luck on this. Terraforming on Cursa 3 is finished faster than initially estimated, which has left our terraforming specialist with time to experiment. And we're going to, I think we're going to go for the amenities overall. We went for the happiness for the first one, but I think overall the amenities might be more valuable later on. The Damp Tyrant of Fire has successfully restored power to the automated shipyard over Fionis 5. The facility immediately resumed its interrupted construction order, using what materials it had on hand to build an advanced frigate of unknown design. Unfortunately, the ancient facility broke down completely afterwards and has been deemed beyond repair. We've sent a crew to the new ship and pressed it into service with our fleet. Okay, so what is this new ship? It is a new ship, indeed, but what's it got? That is pretty advanced. We'll just send it back to Haven Sky for now. You can see that we're at 32 out of 20 naval cap. We do need to work on that, no doubt about it. These guys declared a rivalry on us, so we'll rival them back for the influence gain. Perfect.
We grow ever stronger.
We don't know too much about them. We may actually want to go put in a spy network over there. Okay, our first clandestine report. Fantastic. Xeno scum, apparently. Sounds good. So we're going to have this ship head up to Isle. Excellent. And once it arrives there, hopefully we'll be about done with this survey. That'd be nice. But we'll see how realistic that is.
We grow ever stronger.
Okay, the Tadaska station is now done. We want to put in trade hubs. Now, we're not going to gather all of these right away. We're only going to be able to go a couple of hops with these trade hubs. But we also want to put in an off-world trading company. Interesting that we can put that in without the trade hubs. That must be something that they recently changed. It used to require the trade hubs, but I like that we can queue that up. That's very solid. Excellent. So we're going to be gathering quite a lot over here in terms of trade value, and we're going to be losing some of that to pirate losses, for sure. There's going to be pirate losses, no matter how we slice it at this point, until we can get this set up a little bit better. Hyperdrive 2s are done, but there's wormhole travel, and that's pretty important to us. We need to know where the Hagers and the Dristmac wormhole go, so we know, like, if they connect to each other, it's kind of irrelevant. It's just a bit of a shortcut to come over here and skip the Zanbor system. But if they connect elsewhere, we're going to have to defend these systems, and that is going to cut into our starbase cap. So that is certainly something that we need to be cognizant of, shall we say. Okay, the Tyrant of Fire has finished its construction over here in the black hole. And where do we want to send it? Well, I'd love to come down over this way and grab some of this territory over here. This all connects over here, though, without connecting anywhere else. So I think that we're just going to work on filling in this area for this exact moment. Excellent. The Space Elves also declared us a rival. Okay. That's a little bit creepy. We were hoping to have decent relations with the Space Elves, but if that's what we gotta do, that's what we gotta do. We do have our defenses up, and we're well over our naval cap right now, but we need to be thinking about military applications. And to that end, I do definitely want to get our Hyperspace 2 into our corvettes. Or rather, our Hyperdrive 2s into our corvettes and our destroyers, so that we can get around a little bit faster. Can we get any upgrades over here? Well, we can actually think about getting disruptors in as opposed to mass drivers. Those just penetrate shields. I think instead we'll keep it as is for now. And we don't have access to level 2 armor just yet. That is something that we should work towards, for sure. Okay, so we're going to get these upgraded. Only 25 ships. Oh yeah, that is correct. That is absolutely correct. So we'll boost those up and watch that number not increase because this is just a mobility increase. But they're claiming lots of our systems. We are definitely going to need to start pivoting over towards a defensive outlook.
The fleet has been
We can't
refitted.
really focus too heavily on economy right now with this many rivals on our borders. So that is certainly something that we need to think about. We need to get a city district in here. And we should be expecting that we're going to have war declared on us relatively soonish. That is something that we absolutely need to expect. And that they might band, some of them might band together to fight us. So with that being a thing, we need to think about what our plan is. Personally, I would prefer to chill for a long, long time. I don't want to go to war anytime soon. But if the war is forced on us, we have to be ready for that. They may just be declaring on us for the influence gains. But we have to assume that it's going to be something else entirely. We're doing okay economically at this point. Not fantastically, but okay. How are we doing on this survey over here? We're nearly done with it. That's good. We're gaining 32 alloys per month right now, and I mean, we are well over our naval cap. What we need more than anything right now is additional star bases. That is going to be quite important to us going forward. We don't need a huge amount more star bases. Like 8-ish would do the trick.
Land ho! A new colony is underway.
Excellent.
A new colony has been
Thick
founded.
layers of ash and a notable mass extinction event in the geological record coincide with material previously extracted from Gruner data crystals, suggesting the Gruner firebombed Gliderum 3 with a gelling incendiary roughly 7 million years ago. Widespread deforestation of the planet's surface disrupted local ecosystems, and the lack of oxygen-fixing vegetation gradually depleted the planet's atmosphere over the next 60,000 years. Okay. Well, we'll continue with that. I'm going to call back our guy here. I want to no longer be harming relations. How do we actually call back our envoy? Is it in here? Stop harming relations? I expected it to just be here. I guess not espionage. Okay. I guess we just have to go into our envoys over here and pull them back like this. A little awkward, but sure. We want to stop harming relations with them because we would rather just build a spy network over here. Excellent. So the EO system is not amazing, that's for sure, but we're going to still be putting a lot of resources for right now into all of this. The Dampnite Beacon has made an incredible discovery in orbit of Fionis 4. The planet possesses a hitherto thought impossible number of superimposed quantum states per unit of space. Science Officer Baltart suggests Fionis 4, which they codenamed the Veil, exists simultaneously in 2 dimensions, our own and an unknown other. What is more, the number of quantum states in the particle fields surrounding the planet is increasing at a constant rate. As of yet, there is no confirmed theory that could account for this phenomenon. Baltart posits that the psionic energy The transmission crackles out to static. What is going on out there? The Dampnite Beacon crew apologizes for the abrupt termination of their initial report. During transmission, the Veil experienced a complete dimensional phase shift, its particle fields rotating out of one dimension and into another. The cloud of psionic energy has been lifted, revealing a glittering jewel of a Gaia world. Fascinatingly, the number of superimposed quantum states appears to have been reset as the planet shifted, and is now increasing at the same rate as when the planet was a shrouded world. Baltart has used the rate of increase of particle superimposition and the total number of quantum states at the time of transition to extrapolate a 3-month cycle for the planet's dimensional shifts. Perhaps we might develop a method to prevent the planet from shifting, but we should secure the system first. Incredible. Okay, so that's interesting for sure. Eshsaken has leveled up, and we're going to go ahead and build a starbase around Eel. Excellent. So So we can now move around much faster with our hyperspace 2s. That's good because it took us a very long time to get anywhere out in our frontiers. And the damp luminary of creation will of course go build a starbase in temporal decay. We could really use some additional science, there's no doubt about that. This tech world here, though, would be a good opportunity. We're going to immediately put in a research lab, but we actually require a planetary administration, so that's not going to be a thing. Instead, we're going to put in another city district. We're going to need a lot of housing on a science world, so that's completely fine. Habitability and immigration pull, okay. Nothing too major there, so that's completely fine. We're going to put in a city district over here as well. By chance, we stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this moon. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress transponder? We'll find out. So we are 66 years into this game. Our enemies are numerous. And we're not established yet. If they attack us now, problems could easily ensue. That said, we have to assume that they're not super established either, but our land grab means that we're a little overextended. Curators, yes, absolutely. We continue that. No doubt about that one. Okay, so, once again, we've got a golden opportunity with our terraforming. And I think that we're... For Yeoman B3A, where is this? Okay, so we don't see any modifiers here. Okay. We could add agriculture districts. I think we're going to have access to more agriculture districts than just these 4 here. We should be able to make as many as we want, in theory. Alternatively, we could put in an industrial district. And I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. Despite the freezingly seeming surface, apparently, that's a weird way to put that, but despite the seemingly frozen surface of Beta Stephani 5, the planet's orbital path around Beta Stephani leaves it blistering at several hundred degrees. Under normal circumstances, this would sublimate the ice on Beta Stephani 5's surface. However, extreme gravitational pressure exerted by the planet's ultra-dense core keeps the water in a solid state, resulting in a planet of fiery hot ice. That's neat. And yeah, this was entirely my fault, not Paradox's. I'm not going to blame them for that one. What is the strength of these guys? 11k, that's right. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Hager's 2b. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the Damp Paraplus managed to open the pod, revealing the withered elements, or remains rather. Where did I get elements from? Revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. Clutched in one of its claws was a small picture of another individual from the same race, perhaps a mate or revered leader. Indeed. Indeed.
Technology secured.
What technology is this? Starholds. That's a big deal for us right now. We can grab star fortresses, Betharian power plants, mineral purification hubs. All of these, literally everything here is good. Literally all of them. For right now, because we're concerned about defense, we should go for either star fortresses or cruisers. Cruisers are cheaper. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be very short on naval cap, though. So actually, I'm going to change this over to star fortresses because our naval cap is our constraint there. So that'll be okay. And we want to immediately go through all of our star bases that we've got here and begin upgrading them. So we're going to upgrade all of them to a starhold immediately. We need these defenses strong if the enemy decides to attack us, because it's going to be a long time before we can respond to it. We are a bit short in alloys to get all that done. But that's okay. We'll get there. Should be completely fine. We also want to upgrade Haven Sky, but for now, our defensives are much more important.
Ever stronger.
The excavation has hit delays as the dig site becomes increasingly toxic the deeper we go. Parts of the shaft are dangerously irradiated, possibly by the catastrophic event that dug out the crater in the first place. The need for protective countermeasures and decontamination apparatus is slowing progress on the work. Okay, well, we'll keep digging on that one. The Luminary of Creation will, of course, get us our 6 science over there. And then we'll move up to Detonal. And the Ruler of the Morning Star is going to build a mining station here and then move over to Haggers. The Tyrant of Fire is going to, for now, move over to Fionis. We are short on alloys for building all of these. But that's okay. Upgrading our stations is more important right now. We need to get these upgraded just in case the AI decides to declare war on us, and we can't really determine at this time, with our level of intel, exactly how likely we think that the enemy are to declare war on us. So that's the thing. After detailed analysis, Officer Baltart has discovered that the strange metallic substance coating the surface of Beta Stephani 9 in fact comprises of billions upon billions of nanites. Again. Wow, that's a lot of nanites. These nanites are microscopic, self-replicating micro-machines, perhaps created by a past civilization for some unknown purpose. The volume and density of this nanite sludge is remarkable, adding billions of tons of mass to the underlying planet. It would appear these tiny self-replicators entered a state of runaway reproduction at some point in the past, engulfing the planet and everything on it. In studying the nanites, the crew has made some exciting new findings that will undoubtedly aid us in our own research. Assembly patterns gained and an L-gate insight. That's great. Absolutely great. Planetary build speed is solid. Speaking of which, I want to check in over here. Hyamet Prime needs a city district. Cool. So we'll put that in. And we're at 163 alloys at this point. We are going to want additional alloys, and every single one of our worlds is going to get an alloy foundry because you can only build one per world these days. However, actually, yeah, we can put one in on this one. So that would be an alloy foundry here and one here. And we don't have jobs necessarily for all these, although some of this we do have jobs for. And this one absolutely needs a gene clinic first. Okay, there we go. That'll do for now. Checking in on the status of our construction ships, and we do need to build star bases. That's still a high priority. But we also want to upgrade these last 4 over here. Okay, there we go. Several exemplary bowel fossils have been recovered, revealing the long-lost species to have been a hive mind. Billions of plantoid units working together as a whole, like the leaves and roots and branches of a tree. Dendrochronology suggests individual bowel specimens had lifespans in the hundreds of years. The lack of structural ruins on Gliderum 3 appears to be the result of the bowel's reliance on a remarkable organic technology, from ships and buildings to wetware biocomputers and the ravages of time. Okay. So we're at 55 alloys right now. I'm going to sell off a few of our excess materials here, like so, and we're going to use that to actually buy in a few alloys, because we absolutely want to continue upgrading all of these starholds. Now, Tadasca's actually the one that we don't need to upgrade the most, so that's good. Now that the Veil is within our borders, we should investigate the possibility of stabilizing the planet's state of dimensional flux. If we wish to inhabit the glittering Gaia world, we'll have to devise a method of preventing the Veil from phase shifting back into the Shrouded world every 3 months. And yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I don't care about this influence. That's honestly irrelevant to us. So we're going to research this. That will require a science chip, and we're excavating an archaeological site right now with this one. But after we're done with that, then we will go ahead and research that project afterwards. We're going to go ahead and build our mining and research stations in Fionis, and as well in Detonal, as well in Haggers. And then from there, we'll move our way down. Excellent. The Rigging Commerce Exchange. Sounds good. This colony absolutely needs a gene clinic. Problem solved. Excellent. Okay. So we do still have the Genome Station, which is in desperate need of being upgraded, but we can do that right now. So that's beautiful. And then the Haven Sky Station will be the next one. The structures on Uner 5A are not as old as we first believed. It seems to be a playground or amusement park of some sort. Science Officer Baltart notes that many of the contraptions are highly complex creations that we can learn much from, and that to the builder's alien eyes, this might have been a cutting-edge sensor array or even a gigantic art installation. Regardless, to us Pictlings, it looks mostly like a place where you would take your young and let them amuse themselves. Interesting. Okay, sounds good. With that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode... Ooh, naval cap. Absolutely, we take the naval cap here. And next episode, we are going to continue filling in these gaps and continue bulking up our defenses against the hostile worlds around us. You can leave your offerings to the engagement god. Did I already do that? I'm not sure if I did. We just got wormhole travel. That's important. We're also going to grab this one for our economy. But I'm just going to do the outro again. I can't remember if I already did it or not. Oh boy. Okay. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time.